Hey everybody, this will be the news video for 11:30. Sorry about not getting you guys a news video last week. Dev environment went all sideways and I was basically down the entire week. But good news is everything was fixed later that weekend and I'm back to rolling on working on stuff. Now this week I'm hoping to get the armory released. I am waiting on models, so it is really contingent on how much work the asset developers put forward. So if we don't get that done this week, it'll be next week when it'll be released. Progress has started on Basic Industries again. I'm hoping to have that done next week as well. Most of the code's already there, so it's not that big of a deal. And on top of that, I've started working on world generators. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. As you can see, I got a little chessboard going on here. I made these in order to just kind of make my life at testing a lot easier. These are 16 by 16 grids, and right below it, the wool is a nice layered segment of stone that goes down 40 blocks. So it's really, really nice for actual testing. I can see exactly what I'm doing, and if I catch it on fire, it'll burn away and stuff like that. This is not the only world type I've made. If you guys were paying attention to Twitter, you can see images there. But what I can do real quick is actually go ahead and make some more worlds here and show off what I've done. Now I've only got 3 world types at the moment. One's a void world. I'm not going to show off the void world because it's empty. You guys can imagine what that looks like. So yeah, void test world, and here's the stone world. So I'm going to show off the stone world real quick. This will be the other one, and then we'll move on with the news here. Not a lot of actually else going on in the news. Single blocks mods are being worked on and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the stone world. This is the first one I actually made for testing. It took a little bit of effort to get the world generators moving, but it's simplistic, but it works. I've got a nice lit out area. It's marked off on the edges so I can see where the edge of the chunks are, and this is great for testing explosions because I don't have to physically measure the sizes. I can visually check how big an explosion is. Now let me pull out some antimatter here. Make sure I'm on the right tab. And so I can aim at the center of that grid. And I can go, yeah, that's about a chunk in the middle. So that's the appropriate size it's supposed to be. And it gets a little bit bigger here. But yeah, it's chunk blast radius. That's exactly what that explosive is supposed to be. So I don't need to measure that. I can see visually by the fact that the grids are taking away that that is exactly the size it's supposed to be. And this works for all the explosions here. Now this is not the only reason why I made this. I actually ended up making this as we're working on some spotlights here. We actually have got 2 new YouTube channels that will be worked on over the next couple months. I've got one for the actual game studio now. That one is not going to see a lot of attention anytime soon. But as we work on the games that the organization makes, we'll be releasing videos on there. But the BuiltBrokenModding and Gaming YouTube channel is going to get a lot more attention. All of our spotlights, all of our news are going to eventually migrate over to that. This video for particular, if you actually are watching it from the modding YouTube, is going to be the first video uploaded to that, although I'll be uploading this to my YouTube channel as well. But as you can see, I can also visually check gunpowder explosions. If I wanted to, I can pull out, let's find one of the fire explosions. I think, this one's a snow one, I think. But yeah, see, I can visually check the sizes of these without actually measuring them manually, which is amazing. This saves me huge amounts of time. Because when we're doing a main release, what we'll end up having to do is come down here and actually physically measure the distance to make sure it matches as expected. But instead, I can go, okay, that's 3 blocks bigger than a chunk on that side. And then I do the math, and I'm like, oh, that's perfectly the right size. It's so great when doing that stuff. This also is really, really good, as I was talking about spotlights. When I went to go make one, I had to literally clear out huge amounts of land. Then I had to go slowly pave out areas to make it look a little nicer than just having grass. So this is where these world generators started coming into play, is I can actually sit here and I can build, let's pull out some missile stations here. So say if I was talking about the missile stations, I could literally sit here and place the missile stations, and I get a nice uniform placement here. It looks a little nicer than just grass, as that you can see if the camera angle looks real nice. But this is not the only thing we're going to do for these world generators. I'm actually going to be taking military base decor. If you guys have watched the earlier YouTube videos, you saw that used in the videos. I'm going to make world generators that actually build military bases, and then all I have to do is go in and I can showcase the entire mod, and I don't have to build a single thing. and that is dramatic improvement for us developers when it comes to working on this. But outside the world generator, since I don't want to make this video just about that, single blocks mods are making progress. The wiki is going to get a huge update here soon. The site is just about done, so we're going to have a new site here released in the next couple of weeks. Here in 3 weeks, we're going to be started on the website builder. The website builder is what we're going to use to actually work on the site after we get the new one updated. That one's going to be a huge improvement on the speed by which we're working on things, because all we have to do is make a JSON file that says, okay, this is the page and here's the content, and it will generate the entire page for us, especially the wikis. The wikis are going to use this excessively. That way, the JSON files can be downloaded to your local Minecraft client, and then you can open up a booking game similar to, let's say, Open Computers. We're going to make, well, not exactly this GUI style. More like this is what it's going to end up looking like, and you'll be able to view all of our content for the exact version you're playing. So all the JSON files will be stored in a GitHub, and then the GitHub will be pointed at the version you're playing at. So it'll download the JSON files and you can read through them, and it'll tell you exactly what to use, the crafting recipes, everything. Beyond that, not a lot else going on in the news, and that's pretty much it. I'll have some more videos for you guys later. Hopefully over the next week we'll have spotlights for every single mod and tutorials on how to use all the content.